And Forest Temple, now I'm able to speak about the level design and most likely level design courses. Oops. Because this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Not this one as well. Forest Temple is perfect example of Ocarina of Time's like a design philosophy, because like technically Fire Temple, Water Temple, and eventually Forest Temple. But no, like these three temples are a little bit mimicking of the child's logic, but still having some differences on it. For example, like here right now, like the first room of the the first room of the deco tree inside of it, you'll see the cobweb, and you need to get altitude to drop high enough to get the advantage. Advantage. Here, when you enter, you see just in front of. But in reality, if you don't get altitude here, also you are locked. So this room also gives you. And the skull sculptor is not even hearable. So if it would be okay, it would be given away. But I will come here back later because I want to demonstrate how basically the design choice intended design choices, because this is kind of a part like now we are entering why I wanted to have the level design and why I'm kind of salty for level design courses that we had right now. In like we had I had two level design courses. In my opinion, they both were just same. It was just how you build a level on Unreal. That's it. And then they try to mimic about like how you put lighting and such and whatever. But it was about I don't remember any lecture or any reading material about basing the level, about building like a using level as a story relevant gimmick, and how that level is justified within the game. They covered that a bit in a couple of lectures, but like it was not as in focus as I was hoping for, and I needed to I was basically using Shiny Lettuce's co-op, one of the co-ops, but basically I was using that as a for me to actually like a connect, because our team also in both they wanted to go where the barrier is. The bar is lowest, let's put it this way, so we do not overdo things. Which is fair, but also with if it would be, if I would have done alone, I would not overdo with Zelda. Because Zelda is not overdoing it, I'm overdoing it. But yeah, initially I wanted to propose that we use Ocarina of Time for the first assignment that we need to use. Choose the game and analyze its level design and all approaches and such. I want to use this one because it's more like a from game mechanic and teaching and onboarding, and then what is needed to add, because like Forest Temple and Great Deku Tree comparisons are perfect. But yeah, here for example, keys are finally introduced, so this is not where I'm able to go. You need a key to open a door that is blocked and chained. Alright, good. So I have only two options. Well, okay, that block of time or that door. Let's go with the block of time, because here is barred door where I'm not able to go without whatever I will do. Because yeah, let's demonstrate. Oh, whoops. Good, does not work. And this is now sudden flashback on Josh Jepson's. What was the Kurko ROM hack? Oh, oops. Banjo in Time or something like that, where the Banjo-Kazooie was remade in Ocarina of Time. I enjoyed how Forest Temple was done, even if it had some weird additions, but some of them were like actually clever. I was enjoying it. Yeah, no, I'm happy to see how fans are recreating ideas and seeing, envisioning stuff. But what was the song? Good. But no, like but that is also kind of like the level design course. Those both of them are kind of like a little bit the reason. Like now we return to the motivation assignments, because one of the assignments that I need to actually do is the come on. Oh, come on. Alright. Because I actually wanted to collect that, even if I'm not able to use that as an adult, but I need to return as a child at least once, and that is the thing that I want to practice. I don't know why I killed you. Because I'm starting to think... Yeah, because I had 2 randomizers right now in a row where I had Master Quest version of Forest Temple, so now I need to... Do I need to kill? Wow. Thank you, Navi. Thank you. Thank you, Navi. That is exactly what I was hoping you to give me. I hope you didn't sleep that 7 years when my spirit was frozen. Oh, I need to speak about that as well with this one, because my god. Because that's also kind of like sounds so stupid that like you, this is the thing, like now it returns a little bit like I have my fan fiction story about like an Ocarina of Time and my own revision, and it only boiled down to this key moment. Like you are too young to wield the sword, so we chose for you that you need to become an adult. And even that we froze your spirit so your body can raise. So it's kind of like indicating that Link is right now 16. I don't know, 9-year-old kid in a 16-year body. And we speak about like and basically how this is pictured, even like kind of like a puberty going in the end stretch. Thank you. So it's kind of like this chest I always hated. I don't know why it couldn't be pump 180 when it was supposed to be this way. But design choices. But this is kind of like and this is map, so no worries. This is not the one that I want to showcase. Good. So now we can see that the dungeon is huge. This is huge. So, but like what I... Oh, and this is what I hate also with this room, because it circles. Like, because my orientation is flipped. No. I pressed up. Good. So that sign should indicate that this is the door that you need to go. And this is the door you came from when you don't have compass. But because you go here, then you have the animation, then the camera is a little bit flipped, so I hate this room for this room. But this is bad design. I understand what it was used for. I believe this room was more interesting in Master Quest, or at least Master Quest. It has really, really wacky design choices, but they fixed some odd design choices that they had in this game, so that's good. That's good. Again. And then, yeah, then we have you. And with long shot, as far as I remember, you are able to hookshot these vines and to just keep that whole part. There's a randomizer trick. And this hookshot target is basically teaching if you want to go back. Interesting. Ooh. Why would I want to go back? Ah, yeah. This is also what I hate with this. Alright, Deku Papa is the one that kills me. Good. No, I know I will get too hard, so the peeping is okay for now. And reason why I wanted to have a shield. Oh, that was close. Close call. Ah, 1, 2. I wasn't believe that there will be 3. Oh, okay. The first game. That chest, I don't remember. Ah, but wait, is it hook shotable? I need to remember that. But what I already forgot what I started to yamble about before. Ah, because yeah. This is why I should probably have the script of me speaking. Alright, now I learn. Good. Because that chest... Is this close enough that I'm able to hook shot them? Yeah, it should be. Huh. Interesting. Wait, give me the recovery heart I was hoping for. Alright. Because I remember this location only from this, and yeah, in Master Quest you need... there's the... What puzzle? Song of Time puzzle. And now we have circled around. Well, technically circled. Yeah, no, circled around. Because from the well, I'm able to return to that side where I started, but it doesn't add anything. Now I enter here. Oh. Actually, as soon as I have prospect refuge, well, whatever. So yeah, now, oh, it was double battle. Okay, I remember that it was one in one. Oh, you hit through my shield. This is why I hate this. This is why I hate this. This is why I wanted to have shield. Thing saved. Because I believe that they, Stalfos are giving Deku Nuts as a default just for that reason. So it is kind of trying to hint at you Cool. A second key, good. Yeah, fairy, as I remembered. But now, when you return... Yeah, it works again. Because I was trying to think that it... Because was it in... Then... Majora's Mask that hook shot is not working. Ah, no, it's blue, the blue or green ones. The fires on the torches are gone. Seems like the ghost took them away. Good. So many topics that I now started to remember I need to speak about, but first of all, but yeah, no, like what are the? Ah, yeah, they're like young body and that kind of stuff. Like that's what's for my fanfics, from fanfics point of view, design points that I wanted to have, because like, because basically like here, like everybody's telling Link you are destined one, and people are making choices for Link. And this is kind of like an argument from Link's perspective. Like Link is interesting character as long before the player takes control, and that seems to be true for every game, minus Majora's Mask and Wind Waker. Now, when I started to think about, because in Wind Waker at least, because there's that personal, technically also Skyward Sword, but I will think that as a little later. But like in Wind Waker, for example, like Link is going to saving his sister, and then gets into that, well, you are the destiny part, and even Tetra is basically stating that, okay, I'm not this character that you want me to be, but let's end this shit so we can continue whatever we were supposed to do. And I would say that that's why Tetra is the best, okay, second best incarnation of Zelda's. Probably not the best. But technically also like, because it's so rare that Zelda characters are like questioning themselves or questioning whatever they should be. Zelda in Breath of the Wild is basically showing that she knows that there's a destiny, but she knows that she has troubles to fulfill it, and she starts to question his role and if it's actually true or something. And then, and Link is just watching it. Because like Link, that is the thing. Like Link is never questioning anything. He's like the enabler of whole Zelda universe. Like whatever stupid thing Zelda is wanting to do, because technically, if you start to consider, if Zelda, as soon as she knew that Ocarina of Time is the one that opens the door of time, and that's the only thing that Ganondorf needs to get in order, like even if Ganondorf will collect all spiritual stones, without this Ocarina of Time that I have in my hand, he's not entering the Sacred Realm. So why didn't Zelda just broke it? Instead, she opened it. She told Link to open it, and gave all instructions, all information. And then we are painting like a Ganondorf as the evil one. Like, no, Ganondorf, like basically Ganondorf was, he may have been evil one and such, but I didn't pull that off. And this is the thing that I'm also like, why I'm salty for Tears of the Kingdoms, for Tears of the Kingdom in general. Because with Breath of the Wild, it felt soft-rested perfectly because the amnesia part and such, and basically, if you didn't collect any Zelda's memories, and you went and killed Ganondorf, it's like, you freed Zelda, but Link doesn't remember, so who is she to him? Which is perfect. Like this is kind of like what Zelda, like Nintendo should push a little bit more often, like giving the chance for the player to big link, and if the link should be between like the name suggests, between the game and the player, link between the player and the game. So basically, it should also like reflect the player, not the world only. Because right now, like, yeah, we take the heroic role that was basically 90s stuff, and that was kind of thing, but the gaming has evolved so much ever since. Cool. Cool, there's the second key door, and now when I start to think of it, this is a-hole design. This is this corridor like is twisted. This is asshole design. Because now I'm missing one key. Wait for the shadows of the monsters that hang from the ceiling. Oh. Eh? Is this asshole design? Technically not, technically yes, technically not. Because you are teaching at the same time how Floormaster is working on a door where the player has lost the key. Because I was playing purposely for that point to just check when the compass is given. Because compass would finally give away that this room has the chest that you never opened. But because of that, there's no, like, the compass is later. So what else then indicates? But Floormaster or Wallmaster brings you back to the start. And because it's in the start, it's basically shortcut. So you don't need to go all the way through. But then you are warning that that is actually like a. And now it feels like now returning to the timeline conversations and why the third timeline that Link failed kind of makes sense, because here the couple of design choices are relying on the player fails, but it's not punishing player to fail, but teaches something else when player is failing. Because this is kind of like limiting the backtracking. No, still, it's a backtracking. Wait, shortcut for the backtracking. But that is at the same time. Oops. I'm not fully sure if that's good design or not. At least it gave me full heart, so yeah, I'm happy with that. Huh. But no, that's kind of like a. But that was kind of like what I wanted to showcase as well, like from the cobweb point of view. So you you need because you got out, and that's kind of a mimic. Like you were pulled and then dropped down to the start. Yeah, I can skip you. And this is the thing, like, this is why Forest Temple works perfectly from Porridge perspective. It's not, like, it's basically, especially from Porridge perspective. Because are you making the risk of letting you to be pulled back to the start? And if you do that, you are rewarded from the mistake that you made in the first place. Oh boy, I like that design. And this is kind of like a... Even if Ocarina of Time has odd design choices, but now when I start to think of it, it makes sense. Also, like returning to the Dongus Cavern and Jabu Jabu Jelly, what I spoke earlier. While I was cooking, I was thinking that dynamic again. It feels a little bit more different. Because the power part comes from how many times Link needed to defeat Stalfos and battle those ones. So the sword battle was put in the focus, which is kind of making sense. But I then start to flip that more around and understanding that it more indicates that the developers didn't have any enough bomb-related puzzles or usage, so they could justify Link's they would justify bomb-related obstacles. Because in the Dongus Cavern also, beyond those eyes and the boss, that's about it. Then everything else is kind of like a hidden secret if you want to explore more. But everything else, like all challenges that are related to how you use the slingshot you just collected, how you do torches with enemies around, and how you fight enemies correctly and position yourself. So it's kind of like a still combat oriented, but I saw, and then the wisdom part would be to teaching how to use other items as a weapon of choice. Which is okay, it works from this perspective as well. I would still say that Jabu Jabu itself is so linear, so it would be really interesting to reimagine how the Dongus Cavern, Flip, and Jabu Jabu, if their aesthetics will be swapped around. I should probably open that. I know it's Stalfos battle that I need to focus on. This first one, I need to focus only on that I don't drop. And because it's a lone one, I'm able to play a little... Technically I'm able to play... I try to make sure that I don't waste all my Deku Nuts, so I keep distance. Good. But the second part, that is the frame drop one. There's not that many Stalfos battles that have the frame drops. Because if you, that is the rule below. I will show that on the map. So the room below is the one where I fought first Stalfoses. And if I drop, I need to circle around. This is really punishing backtracking part. And attacking tokens have that Nymphos adventure where they have the puzzle where you are able to go up on this room. And when I saw that is a possible, I wanted to. Did we pull that off in co-op randomizer? I believe so, yeah. That doesn't matter. Because as soon as Shiny dropped that, but because I was still loaded in the room that didn't have that drop, I was able to. And here the key part is each time when you hit one of them. Good. Then swap. Stalfos is never attack 2 against 1, so they play always 1 in 1. So you are good. Then swap. Okay, good. Then swap. Good. Good. Then swap. Good. Then swap. Why this is important? Because as soon as the one kill, you need to kill them. They both need to be dead at the same time. Thank you. Come on now. Thank you. Not that good. Good, thank you. Because I'm not just afraid because those jump attacks occasionally can hit through the shield. The front. Ooh, they have fixed it. And now I need to kill that one too. So basically, when you are playing that way, you're making sure that they cannot respond, because if it takes too long to kill one, like when one is dead, it takes too long to kill the second one, the first one respawns, and that can be really annoying. And especially when it's not like because with Stalfos, when they shield off, then they can jump. It's like if they are not giving you the opening, it's really difficult to. So that's why it's really handful to just know the logic of the Stalfos is that like as long as you have Z target, they are not attacking you. They always play 1-in-1, and this is something I hate that Breath of the Wild took away from some enemy logic, like because that is neat. That's really neat. That like if you don't have it, then they are just rampaging and they are attacking you. It feels like a honor system, and because there are a couple of enemies that basically... What is the closest for Breath of the Wild that could use that logic? I would say that Moblins, because there's practically no location where 2 lineups are playing. But yeah, I would say that it should be like for example Moblins. Well, yeah, Moblins makes sense. Fairy Bow on the select. Oh yeah, finally I got Fairy Bow. Hooray, 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 hooray. And this is the thing, like now, well, I just stated that in the what rule? Dungeon map rule. This sign indicates that this is the next door that you need to go. So this is the door I came from. Alright, good. So I will continue then. I still need to back, but that's kind of a thing with... let's say, good. I was most worried about the Stalfos fight. And that Stalfos fight was the reason why I wanted to have shield. And I'm actually happy that I pulled that off. And yeah. Cool. And I believe that... yeah, this is locked by key. Okay, good. So are you... so which one are you? Also, I showed the trick. Cool. Then... so when you use... they could not... they return. So Shiny Letters, if you're watching this for some odd reason, these are the tricks that I should have taught you in the first place. But no, we focus too much on the Master Quest and teaching those logic and then some overworld tricks and... yeah, you are compass. Okay, so it still works as it should. Because I was thinking, if this is giving the small key and there's the locked door, then it will be backtracking for no meaningful reason. But now it gives away that here's the compass, then you need the chest. And yeah, so many chests have been lost. So yeah, there's a... and now when I start to think, this room should have been opposite, because then it would have given a shortcut. Okay. Because now there's no... Because now it's a... Now we are in a part of the temple when we got the item. And there's so we need to do long backtracking. The first ice switch with the golden one that led to the... Well... No, that's not important. But the second one where the Floormaster put me off, where the boss key was, that is mandatory backtracking. So I need to return that. Oops. Good. And these are things like I'm enjoying that the game teaches basically hands-on, and Majora's Mask doesn't teach them, but they expect that you kind of know them, but they are not know how utilize items outside of their intended context. No, it still does. It still does it pretty well. It still does it pretty well. Now I could continue, but there's no point because there would be... So I would need 2 keys right away because the next door is showcasing again. You just need a key, and the compass is given really. From this perspective, it's paced correctly. Even if this is kind of actually now like smart choices, because this couple of choices have been done from the context that expecting the player does not know things. For example, like and even rewarding for play, like basically Floormaster is perfect example of the courage part of the Forest and Paror and Forest Temple being part of it. And yeah, and also giving away different color, different looking chest. That's also giving a mental note that okay, I have I have a chest that looks really odd, and I have no ways to enter it yet. So bow is needed for that, and then we drop here. Ah, thank you for Deku Sticks. Good. Oh boy, I'm entering the enemy that I hate. Good, now I need Deku Nuts, so... Floormaster, I hate Floormasters. Okay, that's just unfair. Thank you. Oh! This is actually good to know in the future. I was not aware, I was just testing if Deku Nut would work, but it actually could. Because usually because I hate them. And the shadow... Oh no. Yeah, and this is the second key that I need to collect and backtrack. Good. But then it makes sense why you are here. Because then... Refilling... This is actually good. This is actually good design. Because with the Floormasters also, the small ones, when they grab Link and they start to attack, they drain energy in order to make the Floormaster again huge. Or at least, happily, it just always responds, like, even if it spreads in 3, it responds as 1. So it's not like you will have to defeat 3 huge ones. That would be a nightmare. Oh yeah. No, soon this will be. This was a little bit longer than I'm expecting, but yeah, no, it's good because like I go to groceries, then I will write the motivation letter because of maybe this also gives me some kind of idea what to write in the motivation letter. Because right now, like tomorrow is the last application day for international students for master application in here the game design, and that's kind of a thing. Like it's not. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not that I don't want to. Like I want to continue my studies, but at the same time, when I'm kind of like what I hinted a bit when doing the level design courses, they were not challenging my analytical perspective. They were not challenging my research perspective. They were challenging how well I'm able to navigate on Unreal, which is really heavy to my computer. That I needed to put all settings to lowest in order to function. And then I'm sitting in a playtest like, oh, how do you like the lightings of our game? Like, yeah, when my setting is lowest possible, nothing you have created is visible. But if the school is like forces me to use this engine, and for what reason, so I'm able to learn how to make refuge, how I'm able to make prospect in a level, how I'm able to tell the story in environment, how I'm able to guide the player. This is not, Ocarina of Time is not done on Unreal Engine at all, and still it's doing the same. So why the teaching is so engine heavy if the purpose is to learn the theories? That is something I never understood, and I still don't understand, and that is kind of like, and that feels like demeaning. Like it's kind of like I'm not able to challenge myself because of the restrictions I'm given to. And then I hear all the time that try to be critical, try to be analytical, go wild with your ideas. But I cannot go when you restrict me from the engine perspective. Because you force me to show, like you force the assignment, what is supposed to be theory based, to be done on an engine. That is game development. It's not game design or like a research or anything. And that's like I'm afraid of, that the master studies will be the same. Like I've been promised to do so much stuff, but the reality is just. And now when I'm like, then there's also the post-mortems that I need to write right now. One of them I finished already, so I'm happy with it. The character design and representation, and that is the. I will fail the course evaluation in case somebody's watching this, and like usually my course evaluation logic is that the grade itself is, I consider that as a part of the course, and if I don't have any, like if I don't have any grade, so I know what kind of feedback method the teacher has, it's impossible for me to evaluate if the course is giving me what I was promised to give. So it's kind of like if well, yeah, online delivery. If I'm given... no, but it's not mandatory. Because here you can choose this room with the Inspire going below and then shoom. So, because the Inspire melts that. Here they wanted to teach this to be... shoot light through... So it melts stuff. Good, this way. But I don't believe it's this. But fire and ice is played more in Majora's Mask, and I'm happy that they went full in on that one. Like the Snowhead sample, practically. Bum. Returning to the. But yeah, the postmortems, for example, I'm okay with the ideas, it's not about that. But the issue is that because so many courses are group assignment based. And postmoderns, when they ask us to use analyze the process and how it went and such, it worked and what kind of changes I will do for the new project based on what I learned. It makes sense if it will be individual project, where I already tried something, then I will get some kind of feedback and I'm able to reflect or I see something new. But with especially the game design, the character representation and design, character design and representation, majority of the, because it followed a little bit similar structure as the man masculinity course. So we will have 5 sections, first lecture, then workshop based on literature and lecture, so we will need to design something, and then finally we'll have seminar where we speak about whatever we created during the workshop. These are arrows. Right now I don't need arrows, so I just continue. And then let's mess myself up. Ooh, that is good design. This is good design because I'm underneath all the block. I will be dead if that drops. That is neat design. This is actually So yeah, no, because I never have tried that before for some reason. I don't know why. Because that makes much sense to try at least once as a young. Yeah, but the difference between those two workshops in these courses, like the character design and man masculinities, is that in man masculinities our workshop and workshop presentation, it was mandatory to include the reading material that we were implementing. Good. And now I'm having to save a loop. Good. Oops. Oops, too early. Thank you. So, and because we were forced to use literature in our presentation itself, and we needed to showcase, like, a little bit explore, like, what we read, what we wanted to. It wasn't supposed to have any, like, a specific references or something, but more like from this reading, this was interesting, we wanted to explore that in our design. Basically, like, generally some sort of. Because it was PowerPoint, it was stated that it could be anything what technically it meant, like, because we needed to showcase that, how we were implementing literature. It was kind of given that we need to use some sort of, like, a PowerPoint, basically. Yeah. And then in this character design, we need to draw the character, but it was not mandatory for us to showcase how we used whatever literature. We just, and also the prompts were kind of a little bit too vague. Like, and that's kind of a thing. I don't know, but which ended up good. Which ended up to be, oh yeah, in case somebody sees this boss battle first, the one that turns around is the right one, and the other ones are just good. Imposters? Illusions? Whatever you call them. Good, and there's no need to walk, you can just stand. But that's kind of thing, like, and in Man Masculinity, when the final essay that we needed to read about, it still had the same requirements that we needed to use course literature, minimum 5, but we needed to also add, like, we could add more if we wanted to. Oh, okay, I don't remember how many it was, was actually minimum, but we needed to have like course literature used in our final essay. And I watch out, but I lost the arrows. Okay. Look, Enim, a torch is lit. That's because you beat the ghost, isn't it? Let's move it. Who tell you to write it? Wow, okay, I forgot the song already. Well, I scared their family, so I heard their baby, and the baby doesn't need them anymore. But yeah. So basically, what I tried to, like, let's continue what I'm trying to have. But because we were forced to use, like, no, we were forced to use the literature, but we were allowed to use another literature. And also, it was about like any like the essay topic, as long as it fits, like it, not fits, but explores one of the sections that we had in the man masculinity course. How much more? Because it should be out already. Good. How many courses? One of the sections in man masculinity and courses, sections, one of them, and then we just write about it, and but as long as it's about that topic, it can be any game related, and that's why I chose Majora's Mask. So I was able to speak about like fatherhood in Majora's Mask, and ended up to reflect that to Twilight Princess's Link and how Link could be seen as a fatherhood character, which was actually interesting, and I was really enjoying and having fun with that. This is the chest, and yeah, as far as I remember, that chest is also arrow bundle, so I let that go. So basically, the chest here should be arrow bundle, arrow bundle, and arrow bundle. What? Yes. Yes, yeah. That's also arrow bundle. So all those chests that are left right now are arrow bundles. The game really loves me right now. Oh! Speaking about good. Forgot that. Yeah, good. Another boss. And I hate this boss. For one reason only. Well, let's see how well it goes. I should have fairy. I have nice amount of... Yeah, good. Nice amount of rupees, so at least that covers me right now. But yeah. So basically, like, but in character... So because we were kind of given... Ah, no, I forgot that. No, I'm not supposed to be here yet. Ha 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 ha. Do you speak now or do you speak later? You speak later. Okay. Oh, and you are one of the topics I should probably speak about, because Tears of the Kingdom fucked you also. I'm pissed why those, like, phantom armor, why it was in those labyrinths. Because those labyrinths were perfect locations for... What? Not you. You. Perfect locations for Hero Tunic. The Tunic of the Wild. But no, like, they were with the skeleton. And then basically the Dark Leviathans. That would have the perfect location for Phantom outfits. But no, they swapped it. And I'm like, why? Because the Phantom is not that good outfit, because you're not able to upgrade it. And this is the section right here. Because I really hate these. Well, I understand what they are trying to do here. Like, they try to mimic the final boss, so it's onboarding. But because the camera angle is not fixed, and it floats in all altitudes, so it's basically like it's so annoying to find proper like distance, and like the final boss is so much better designed. And then I should. Good. Because I hate that angle stuff, and that is kind of, it's really awkward, and it's because of the room itself. Obviously it's because of the room, and they could have done, hey kid, you did quite well, it looks like you may be gaining some slight skill. You see, first time I find it. Wow, when you defeated only my phantom, when you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. What an worthless creation that ghost was, I will banish it to the gap between dimensions. Good. Good. Alright. So I will end up my ranting soon. Oh, well, again, because Forest Temple itself, I like it. In overall, the weakest point is the boss. Clearly, weakest point is the boss. Now, when I started to think and like chew a bit, the like how the layout was and the looping was and backtracking was, I kind of think that they made still good. Like, oh, I don't know. Sorry, I was hidden here. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. So where's Zelda then? I am Saria, the sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can live in the same world. I will stay here as the forest sage and help you. Now please take this medallion. Sorry, it could have been really... That destiny stuff again returns to the point, like a... Please, because it's overused in this game. It's just, and then it happens all the time, and like, and when Link is not the one who questions it. Link is just, okay, fine. You tell me that I'm a hero of the destiny, I will do everything. Like it's, and then also like it returns to the point like earlier when Master Sword stated that no evil can handle that, but you never showed that. You never show the situation that the evil is trying to pick up the sword and then they are not able to wield it. And this is the thing, like for example, Skyward Sword's retcon is good in my opinion. Like the sword and Fi inside, like Fi is the spirit of the sword, and the sword recognizes its master, and that's why it resonates with it. That is good call, and that is basically what of Breath of the Wild I was happy that they added, but that was totally missed in, because that's kind of thing like if it's supposed to be that this is the same sword, then it means that there's two fees right now, because one fee is getting restored in Zelda's forehead right now, And then now, right now, I'm carrying the other one who acknowledged me. This is the thing. So Saria awakened as a forest, and she passed her. Saria will always be your friend.